You know, two groups of people often argue, right? And let's say, because I see a lot of videos about people debunking flat earthers, right? And I don't really have an opinion on whether the earth is flat or round, okay? But I do have an opinion on the theory of what shape it is, right? Now, for once, I'm actually going the opposite to black and white. It seems to me everyone thinks, not everyone, but the earth's either round or flat. And that's what people argue about. No, it's flat. No, it's round. It's flat. It's round. Right, okay. Why does it have to be either flat or round? The physicist, he said it's actually more like a pear shape. It's more a bit bulky at one end. So why does it have to be perfectly round? And then, so you've got the flat earthers, you know, complaining about that, and saying it's flat, and other people are saying they're stupid and they're idiots and it's round. The Earth's curvature, it's supposed to curve, right? And this guy did an experiment over a flat bit of water that went for 8 miles. And he put a laser at the top of this flat water and a target at the other end, and it hit the target, which it shouldn't have done. It should have gone up, shouldn't it? Because the Earth curves. So there's stuff like this that the flat earthers say, well, right, that's proof that the Earth's flat because it doesn't go with the scientific agreed curvature that other people think. But having said all this, I often used to think, what does it matter? You know, again, what relevance does it have to my life, to our life? You know, you're still going to go to work, you're still going to go on holiday, whether the earth is round or flat. So it doesn't really matter. And then I realised it does matter, and the enormity of what one compared to the other actually means. So if the earth's is ball, that means there's no more landmass to discover, because we just go back on ourselves, don't we? We go round and round and round. But if the earth's flat, that means there's untold landmass to discover. And then that, of course, I know exactly what you're thinking, same as me, Admiral Byrd. Admiral Byrd was a highly decorated army officer. He was picked for a special mission after World War II, where he took a massive army fleet and went to the Antarctic for some reason. When he came back, he attended an interview on telly. When he was asked on telly on the interview, which is everywhere on YouTube and it's the most popular thing that people have seen, he said, didn't he? And let's look at the credibility of this man before he speaks. He's an admiral. He's well respected. He was run successful missions to the back end of the earth and back. You know, the most hostile place on earth, and he's led an army there and back. He's the man. You know. So when he comes on telly and he says, yeah, there's actually more land further than the North Pole, and there's lots of resources there, plenty for everyone. That's what he said. Lots of resources, untapped resources, plenty there for everyone. So, was Admiral Byrd crazy? Was this crazy man somehow able to be completely a lunatic and just imagine that he's seen new lands and there's more resources? Oh. Well, if he was like that, how did he flipping lead an army to the most hostile place on earth and back again to be able to give the television interview? And then there's the thing of his diary, you know, Admiral Byrd's diary, and that's like the Book of Enoch compared to the Bible. The Bible is essentially, in this analogy, Admiral Byrd talking on telly, and then the supposed diary of his is the Enoch version of the Bible. It's insane, you know. So I don't know whether I believe that, but what I do find suspicious is that 1 minute this admiral is an amazing man and highly decorated, and then after he's gone on telly saying something that people don't seem to be true, now he's completely been decredited. And from his point of view, he hasn't really done anything, has he? He's gone there, he's done his mission, he's seen some land that's green and didn't expect it to be green, and he's had a further look and found that, oh look, there's some resources there. I don't know how you'd spot resources, but he's the man and I'm not, isn't it? So he knows his stuff. That's why he's an admiral. You know, not everyone's an admiral, are they? And if they are, I'm pretty sure they've had a psych test and to find out if they're crazy or not. So again, I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm just saying it's very suspicious. Also, I heard years ago, some dude, was before like NASA and all that, someone like went up into the atmosphere and come back down, and when he was asked what the Earth looked like, you know what he said? He said it looked like a donut. It went up at the edge. It was flat and it looked like a donut, and it went up at the edge. So it's kind of a flat donut shape with rims at the edge. Now, what's that like? Rims at the edge? What, like corners? What, like the Bible says, the four corners of the earth? So that's interesting, isn't it? The four corners of the earth. And in Revelation, the angels, right before the apocalypse, are holding back the four corners, the winds from the four corners of the earth. So again, that's interesting, isn't it? And then obviously the Bible comes from our Creator, the person who created the earth. So yeah, I mean, what is the earth? Is it flat? Is it round? Who do you believe? Do you believe the guy who said he did the 8 Mile Water laser experiment and the laser was still hitting the target? You know, do you say, okay, I believe only one or the other? The world is either flat or it's round. There's no in between. You know, but who's to say there isn't an in between? Whoever says these things, how can we trust them? I don't know Admiral Byrd. I didn't know him, but I do know that his credentials over 40 years spoke for themselves, and that's why he was the natural choice for the secret and brilliant mission, dangerous mission to the Antarctic straight after World War II, with like 4 battalions and 5 battleships, and it was insane the amount of stuff that went there. And yeah, and you just think, I wonder what that was about. I wonder how such a highly decorated man could end up having the public persona as someone who's just crazy. You know, it's crazy, isn't it? An educated, well man, he goes there, he tells the truth, he comes back, and everyone says he's crazy. Poor old Admiral Byrd.